All right, it is couples cooking today on Good Day Columbus. And since my TV wife, Maria, that's what we call her. That's what Adam calls her, too.
She is.
She's our TV wife. She's off today. My real life wife is stepping in. This is Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning, dear. Phil needs all the help he can in the kitchen. Chef Mark Zadella is also known as the Duke of Fork.
I am.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Teach us to
Listen,
cook.
and we made you read the prompter. You walk in just fresh off the street, and then you got to read the prompter.
We're going to make quinoa and bean bowls.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So we already have a few things going here. We've got some shallots going in the pan.
Yep.
We've
Smells
got some
good.
water boiling. The first part of this recipe is to get the quinoa going. So Phil.
Okay, let me ask, what is
Go ahead.
quinoa?
Quinoa
Nice.
is a seed. So we treat it like a grain, but it's actually a seed, and it's really loaded with great nutrition for you. It has all 9 amino acids to make up a complete protein. So
Lisa's always trying to get me to eat healthier.
although that is not cooked yet.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
We're going to get this in here.
Oh, okay.
But first, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of turmeric in the water.
Okay.
And what turmeric will do is add a little healthful quality, but it's going to actually also give it a really nice yellow color.
Do you want me
You're
to pour
set
this
to go?
in
Yep.
here?
Put all that right
pour
in
this
there.
in here. Whoops.
Lisa, we're right about at the point where you can take that garlic and put it in. So we've got shallots already going.
Yep.
We're going to get the garlic going in there for a little bit.
We talked about how many people overcook
Give that a
garlic.
little bit of a stir.
Okay.
We did talk about garlic tends to burn, so I
It
usually
does.
wait until towards the end to put that in.
How about the
good.
quinoa? Will it overcook too?
Quinoa is really hard to overcook.
Okay.
Because it's just going to absorb the water. Now, what can happen
So
is
kind of
if
like rice.
Yes, but if you walk away from it, it'll burn.
Aha.
A rice cooker will work great for rice, quinoa, whatever kind of grain you want to put in it. We're doing pretty well here. Go ahead.
Beans.
We've got some black beans that I, with tender loving care, cooked in my pressure cooker, which is back here. I'm going to be doing a class on
What if I'm
pressure
lazy?
cooking.
Can I do black beans a la can?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
If you use any kind of bean from the can, just make sure that you drain them and rinse them.
Okay,
because they've been sitting in, we're all adults here, we can talk about gas issues.
Yeah, that's all right.
Rinse that stuff off.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I know,
okay.
me either. You don't want to be a hovercraft after eating beans. And then add just a splash of the white wine vinegar in there. We're going to get that mixed up. While she's doing that, Phil.
So you don't use any meat, any dairy, processed foods, and any of the stuff that you do?
I follow a plant-based diet.
Okay.
I really feel pretty good doing it. So I use no meat, no dairy products, and most of all, no processed foods. Processed foods have a lot of fat, oil, and sugar in them. And my personal feeling is that's what's causing a good portion of the healthcare crisis that we have, diabetes and obesity.
Right.
So the more that you eat, I just talked to a lady the other day who added a half cup of black beans to her breakfast every morning.
Okay.
That's all she did. Didn't drop anything out, and she dropped her LDL cholesterol by over 50 points just by adding black beans.
There you go.
1/2 cup in the morning with her breakfast. So it's an awesome way to go.
So what do I got here?
All right, so this is already cooked quinoa.
This is the cooked,
This is the cooked quinoa, and what I'd like for you to do is on that plate next to you, there's some parsley.
Okay.
Fresh chopped parsley. You can put all of that in there. And then if you want to zest that lemon.
Sure.
This should be good.
And by zesting, you still want more parsley in there than that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. You said all of it.
Parsley is
Gracious.
just,
I just thought it was a decoration on the side of a plate.
No,
now we're going to zest, which
We're gonna
means
zest.
I'm going to...
Other side.
Other side.
I would have
There you
noticed
go.
that here eventually.
And just go along, give it a nice little rub, and what you want to make sure that you do is...
Use some strength
I
there,
can
brother.
smell it.
Like you're sawing it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Mean it.
Well, I'm trying not to...
Is this a
So do
meal
like
that
you
will
mean it.
fill the belly? Because Phil is always concerned that he's never going to be full if we eat light. Do you know what I mean? Please tell him that he will.
You will feel
Thank
full.
you. See?
You're going to feel
Chef
full.
Mark
Phil.
said you will feel
You
full.
will feel full. But again, it's about portion control as well. So even if you go to a plant-based or a vegan diet, portion control and what is going into your body is still really important. You can gain weight on a vegan or a plant-based diet. So portion control, for me is I think just as important.
You talked about classes. Let's talk about couples cooking. We're doing couples cooking here.
Yes,
And
which is awesome.
important to cook together?
It is important to cook together. We do it at my house. Occasionally what I'll run into will be, the stereotypical, the guy comes in and he says, I don't know how to cook, and it's the wife's domain. I think, and I think my wife will attest to this as well, a man in the cooking in the kitchen, it's kind of romantic, possibly even sexy. Possibly. What do you think?
I think Possibly.
Good job, Phil.
If she learns how to
But
zest, I
it's
think
something
that we're.
you can do together.
So we mix this together.
We're good there, and then I'm going
Okay.
to pass it over here.
Okay.
Lisa,
Give it
if
to
you could
Lisa.
go ahead,
Yep.
and we're going to add the beans into there. And, I'll just mention, some people might be a little bit wary of quinoa. They haven't tried it.
Can you find it in the grocery store?
In any grocery store.
Okay.
I get it in bulk usually.
Okay.
But what you can also
Smells
do
really
is
great.
if you can substitute it. So if you prefer rice,
Mm-hmm.
this could we're doing quinoa and beans. It could easily be rice and asparagus. So whatever makes you feel good, whatever you like to eat. It doesn't have to be exactly
smells
this.
good.
We think this is just a great recipe.
Is this our taste here? Is this
smells-
what you already
oh,
have
here's
in
your-
here?
We
You
have
can
to
do
add the
that, or
beans.
we can add a fresh one in. So I'm going to give you that bowl.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you fill that up a little bit?
Well, I want to tell people if they want to go to the website, there you are, complete recipe. Just log on to our website. Of course, it's myfox28columbus.com and click on GDC recipes.